A wealthy CEO proudly owned a beautifully restored 1967 Ford Mustang after investing nearly $1.8 million into its complete transformation. Every part had been replaced with premium components, and the vehicle became the centerpiece of his luxury collection. Guests admired its flawless appearance, believing it represented the finest restoration money could ever achieve. Although the Mustang looked perfect from the outside, hidden mechanical problems remained unresolved beneath the polished body. Expensive specialists had focused on appearance more than performance, leaving a mysterious engine issue that nobody could identify. Every attempt to fix the problem resulted in frustration, confusion, and thousands of additional dollars spent unnecessarily afterward. The CEO invited famous automotive engineers and restoration experts from across the country. Each mechanic inspected the classic Mustang using advanced diagnostic equipment, yet none discovered the exact cause of the malfunction. Days turned into weeks, and the priceless vehicle remained unreliable despite countless expensive repair attempts made by experienced professionals. One afternoon, while transporting the Mustang to another specialist, the vehicle suddenly stopped near a small neighborhood repair shop. The modest garage belonged to a hard-working single father who balanced raising his children with operating his own mechanic business. Curious about the stranded sports car, he politely offered assistance without knowing its extraordinary history. The CEO initially doubted the mechanic because the humble garage looked nothing like the luxurious restoration facilities he usually visited. However, having exhausted every other option, he reluctantly agreed to let the single father inspect the legendary Mustang. The mechanic calmly opened the hood and began studying every detail with remarkable patience and confidence. Instead of immediately using expensive electronic equipment, the mechanic relied upon years of practical experience. He listened carefully to the engine, checked wiring connections, examined fuel delivery, and inspected several overlooked components. Within minutes, he smiled quietly after discovering a tiny but critical mistake hidden deep inside the ignition system. The single father explained that one small connector had been installed incorrectly during the expensive restoration. Although the part itself cost almost nothing, its improper placement prevented the engine from performing correctly. Years of experience repairing classic American muscle cars allowed him to recognize the problem almost instantly without unnecessary complications or guesswork. Working carefully, the mechanic adjusted the faulty connection and secured every surrounding component. The entire repair required only 7 minutes from start to finish. When he turned the ignition key, the powerful V8 engine started immediately with a deep, smooth roar that filled the garage and surprised everyone watching nearby with complete amazement. The CEO stood speechless as the Mustang finally operated perfectly after months of failed repairs. He had spent millions restoring the iconic vehicle, yet the solution came from a humble neighborhood mechanic working inside a modest garage. The contrast between luxury and simplicity completely changed his understanding of true expertise and practical mechanical knowledge forever. Grateful beyond words, the CEO offered the mechanic an enormous reward for solving the impossible problem. The single father politely smiled and requested only a fair payment for his time. He explained that honesty mattered more than wealth, because satisfied customers and personal integrity had always guided every decision throughout his professional career. The CEO admired the mechanic's humility and asked about his background. The father explained that he had once worked for prestigious restoration companies before choosing family over corporate success. Raising his children alone became his greatest responsibility. So he opened a small garage where flexible hours allowed him to remain present in their daily lives. Impressed by both his character and extraordinary talent, the CEO invited the mechanic to visit his private automotive collection. Inside the luxurious facility stood dozens of rare classic cars waiting for restoration. Every vehicle represented history, craftsmanship, and significant financial investment, yet none had ever benefited from someone possessing such remarkable practical experience and genuine passion. Walking through the impressive collection, the single father admired every automobile with sincere appreciation. Instead of discussing their monetary value, he spoke about engineering, design, and historical importance. His respect for automotive craftsmanship convinced the CEO that true experts cared more about preserving heritage than chasing publicity or personal recognition through expensive projects. The CEO surprised everyone by offering the mechanic a permanent leadership position, overseeing every restoration project within his private collection. The opportunity included outstanding salary, modern equipment, flexible scheduling, and educational support for his children. He believed someone with such honesty deserved responsibility far greater than repairing vehicles inside a small neighborhood garage. Before accepting, the father explained one important condition. His children would always remain his highest priority, regardless of career opportunities or financial rewards. The CEO smiled warmly and promised complete flexibility because he respected family values. He believed employees performed their best when supported personally as well as professionally every single day. The mechanic accepted the offer and immediately transformed restoration standards throughout the collection. Rather than rushing projects for appearance alone, he emphasized reliability, authenticity, and careful craftsmanship. Every completed automobile reflected exceptional quality, earning admiration from collectors, historians, and automotive enthusiasts who appreciated genuine attention to detail above unnecessary luxury or extravagant spending. News of the remarkable 7-minute repair spread rapidly across automotive communities worldwide. People found inspiration in the story because it demonstrated that knowledge, experience, and humility often surpass wealth alone. Expensive equipment cannot replace practical understanding, developed through years of dedication, hard work, and genuine love for a chosen profession every single day. The CEO frequently shared the mechanic's story during business conferences and interviews. He admitted that spending $1.8 million could purchase beautiful restorations but not wisdom. Real expertise came from individuals who solved difficult problems through patience, observation, and honest craftsmanship, rather than relying solely upon costly technology or impressive facilities. The single father never forgot where his journey began. Even after achieving extraordinary success, he continued helping struggling families whenever possible. His children proudly watched their father's reputation grow, learning that kindness, humility, and dedication create opportunities money alone can never guarantee throughout life, regardless of circumstances or personal challenges faced along the way. The restored 1967 Mustang became more than an extraordinary automobile. It represented a powerful reminder that true greatness is measured by skill, integrity, and compassion instead of wealth alone. One humble mechanic solved in 7 minutes what millions of dollars could not, proving genuine talent always shines brighter than expensive appearances or impressive reputations.